Alright, so we are looking around this old house here today. I'm kind of in the shade, so you're not going to be able to see it from the front. It's like an late 1800s house. Now, it's had extensive groundwork, as you can see, but we're going to explore all around the fields down there. Got a 1780s church across the road, which is one of the oldest ones still in continuous use in Tennessee, and probably over 1,000 headstones over there, most of them from the 1800s, and some earlier as well. But beautiful property here. Apparently the owner did some research, and I guess the original owners of this place lost it due to foreclosure around the Great Depression in 1929. So that's pretty interesting. But I drove quite a ways to get here on an invite from Jerry. We're hunting together today. So let's get at it and see what happens. I'll have to see if I can get closer to the spring peepers later. It's like a marsh down here. I can't go much further. Look at the size of some of these dead trees. Crazy. If it wasn't so marshy down here, we'd be able to find more relics. A lot of the stuff's probably buried 2 foot deep. I'm gonna keep trying though. So apart from this brass zipper pull, I think we have possibly the first relic of the day, which is also brass. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I'm thinking it may be some sort of old, well, I was gonna say brooch, but I don't know. I'm really not sure. I can't tell. I don't think there may be a design on it. I'm not sure. I'll have to clean that one up later. Pretty interesting though. Gave off a really good signal, like a silver quarter. I'll keep looking. Okay, you can see the house up here and all the extensive excavation. I'm not sure what they've done here over the years. And you can see the cemetery across the road. And the church over there, I don't remember the exact date, but I actually think it goes back to the late 1700s. It's one of the oldest ones in northeast Tennessee. You got this big open field back here. But anyway, there's a lot of aluminum down here, down by this creek. And I got a super high signal that sounded like a quarter. And it wasn't very deep, but it's in this ball here. You can hear how high conductive that is, so I figured we'd crack it open just in case it's something good. Came out into a perfect ball there. I'm hoping it's something good. Seems like it will be coin sized. Oh, it's just a modern quarter all the way down here. Man, I thought I was onto something good. Let's check the year on it. I'll check out that imprint though. All kind of busted, but boy, that had me going for a second. Well, you can tell it's always wet down here because the coin's orange, so this has been in water for a long time. But it's a, what do we got there? 1983 it looks like. Let's hope the next one's a bust quarter. So here's one of these little outbuildings, and relics everywhere here. Check out this ledge. It's a horseshoe hung up there. They've been doing a lot of excavating, so they probably found a few of the things and threw them over here. Some of it was probably just laying here. There's a wheel off of a Tonka truck. All kinds of nails and stakes. Oh, that's actually pretty cool there. Not sure what that's off of though. All sorts of iron in here. Crazy. Oh, there's a little wrench. Busted off on one side. More iron. Man, I could be wrong, but that almost looks like a, I don't know, maybe like a mold for making shoes or something. Kind of like the shape of a shoe horn. Got a bottle there. Oh yeah, that's got the eagle on it. I can't remember what brand that is of beer. It's like 1980s, not super old. Okay, so those probably aren't for making shoes, because there's more of them. Who knows? I don't know. Just all kinds of stuff down and through here. Oh, look at all the iron stacked all in these ledges we got here. Some chain. A lot of brick. Let's see what's in here. It's the right time of year to do this. In the summer, this would be full of wasps in here. Oh, I can't fit my camera through the whole way. Got the house all the way up there. The frogs have stopped for now. Gotta be something cool in here other than iron. Just a needle in a haystack. Let's head over by that old dead tree over there. It's gotta be at least 150 years old. I've been straddling the edge here where they tore all this out. Walking over here by the old tree, and here's the find of the day so far. A hubcap. Nice. I honestly think I might take that and display that at the farmhouse, even though it's not old. That's pretty cool. So I'm over by this creek now. On the opposite end by this big tree. And got something interesting down here. First thing I found in this section other than trash. I thought it was a coin at first when I saw the end. This could be a button, but it also could just be a big, I think it's just like an oversized rivet, the larger one. It's old though. Alright, let's see if we can pop a coin or more interesting relic out of here. Well, I had a feeling I was going to get onto a nice old relic here in a minute, because it seems to be original soil kind of over this way by this creek. Even in between all the trash, it's a lot softer down here. And I think I got some kind of fob. Silver-plated fob of some kind. That's awesome. Question is, what is it for? I don't know, that one's gonna need a clean. It's definitely an old fob though. Awesome, it's got a weird shape to it. It's gonna be a very unique design, whatever it is. Stand by. What a beautiful view from down here. But anyhow, I came over into the creek to rinse this find off. And this is amazing. It is a fob for the Jamestown Exposition. Wow. Very cool design on that. That is a super find. Now, I don't think this is going to be too incredibly old, but it could be early 1900s. I don't think this would be much newer than the 1930s, probably around in there, give or take. But that's an awesome find. I'll clean it up more later. That makes me happy. I bet there's relics in this creek here too, but it's mostly sand. I don't know how deep the stuff would be in there. Yeah, but I'll keep looking around the bank here. There may be more. So take a look at this awesome fob. You can see it says Jamestown Exposition on the bottom. It is silver plated and you can see it's flaking off there. But you have the Native American with the headdress sort of designing the edge of it, which is very cool. And this is commemorating 300 years, 1607 to 1907. So very happy to have that piece of history. That would make this from 1907, unless they gave these out a few years thereafter, right around there. But if you guys remember, last year toward the end of summer, I had permission to metal detect around an old Airbnb that I was staying at for a few days. And the owners of it let me look around with my metal detector while I was staying there. And guess what we found, if you remember? A little bit more heavy duty, but commemorating the same exact thing. 1607 to 1907. Commemorating the settlement of Jamestown. And this one was gold plated and is very heavy duty. And also has a design on the back of it with the ship. I never actually cleaned it up too much. I kind of forgot about it until I found this. So this one is definitely more special, but I'm happy to have them both. Very cool shape of that one. But there they are together. What are the odds? I've never found one of these in 7 years of metal detecting, and now I got two of them. Still working the creek line across from the cemetery, and I probably broke this. I picked up the lid, but then when I kind of pried the lid back, there's a jar underneath it. So that's about where my shovel went down, so there's a good chance that it's broken. I just found a whole little jar down under here. Let's hope there's something inside of it. Can't see because of the sun. Yeah, whatever it is, I cracked it, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure it's really wedged down in there too. Alright, I loosened it up. Let's pull the cap out first. See exactly what it's a pretty big jar, whatever it is. It's empty. Darn it. Oh, I would have kept it for a display because it has the lid, but when I went in with the shovel, I busted the lip off. It's pretty plain. It's not super old. I mean, this is that style there. This is probably like 1960s-ish, around in there. Not super old. It's not embossed, so pretty plain looking jar, but man, I was hoping there was going to be some coins in there. Maybe next time. So this is where they tore a barn out, and I'm just looking in here to see if I can find anything that's been churned up. Been swinging along in here. Found some big chains, big farm chains, and some blue tiles, and just a second ago I found a Pepsi can. Looks like it's from the 90s. And I'll keep looking. Haven't really seen much pottery or anything like that yet. Something's catching my eye over here. Could just be a rock. Yeah, that white edge I thought was pottery. But I will keep at it. It's a tricky permission. There's got to be a few more things around here somewhere that are not iron. Okay, so I think some of the barn contents are in this pile here. I just started scanning it. There's a lot of signals. I found like a end of an aluminum can. I found a bunch of nails just randomly digging one hole looking for a target. And like a huge piece of aluminum here. Obviously it either burnt down or they burned the barn down. A lot of it's burned material. There's black ash stuck around it. So I'll keep poking around here a little bit, but if there's nothing too interesting, I'll probably look somewhere else. But not every day somebody does the digging for you. What is this here? Ah, sweet. Is that a lid to an old, I don't know. Old something. That's pretty fancy, whatever that was to. Looks like the lid off of like maybe some kind of old ceramic jar or something. Huh, it's pretty interesting. You see anything else? I know the sun's really bad right now. You're not going to be able to see much with the glare. Is that something here? Oh yeah. So, well, that could have been the base of this. So there's some pottery in here. Okay, let's dig around a little bit. All right, let's add to their collection. I pulled this out from the barn remains. We're gonna put it up on a nail here where they got all the other iron. So they have a young kid, so when he gets older, he'll be able to come down here and explore around all this barn goodness. And some telephone poles down here, it looks like. That's gonna go back up with me. I'll display it in the farmhouse. Unless the owners want it. I doubt it. It's modern. It was just on the side of the road. I think it'd be pretty cool to hang up. Whew, it's actually hot out there in the sun. I can't believe I said that in the beginning of February. But it's like 60 degrees today and the sun came out. It's quite toasty. And I got insulated boots on, so that doesn't help. Alright, we're probably not going to stick around here too much longer. But cool place to explore anyway. Just extensive groundwork, and makes it very difficult to find anything because it's all been pushed around. And maybe if it was plowed, it might be easier to go through and try to pick some stuff out. But yeah, it's a mess, that's for sure. This is the kind of place you'd have to come back and just get a screen and just start throwing dirt in the screen. I bet there's a coiner button would pop out. I still have fun. I figured I'd show you guys some of the excavation work in here behind the house. It's obvious this is not the first time this has all been dug up. You can see the pipes back here. So there's like no relics back here. And once you get down about probably 2.5 foot, there's this layer of rocks they put in down there right by the pipes. So this only hasn't been just dug up now. This was done in the past at some point too. So unfortunately on this side of the property, we're not finding anything old, just tons of aluminum and stuff like that. So that's a bummer. But man, before this property had all kinds of work done to it, in that cemetery across the road, there's about 1,000 graves, and they go back to the late 1700s. And that church is from like 1780 or something. So that's a shame, but hey, you just never know. I didn't do it. Alright, so here's Jerry's finds of the day. This was very meager, and I'll explain the story here in a minute of how bad the door knocking was. We tried going some other places around here. You got a piece of old lantern. This looked like a bell for a second, but it's not. It's threaded on the inside, not quite the right shape. Check out the back of his truck. This looked like the wheel well of my car did a couple months ago before I cleaned it out. He's about to start to lose all his clad out the back. But he found this quite a while back, an amazing huge spoon. It seems to be pewter. This might actually be colonial. Oh, he found his shell casing. But this wasn't found here, but I just wanted to show that. Come on, there we go, now I can see. That's a pretty cool find right there. That's a very old one. And you got the shell casing there. And this is the one he found in this yard. We think this is probably late 1800s, just like a post-Civil War, older brass shell casing. So I got a text from Jerry saying that cartridge case I found yesterday is Swiss-made .41 caliber rimfire made for their military between 1869 to 1889. So I did a quick Google search on it, and it appears this would be the type of rifle that casing was fired from sometime in the 1800s, most likely. Swiss .41 caliber rimfire bolt-action rifle. So always like to research stuff like that. It was a brass casing that I had never seen before, but we both figured it was sometime around the late 1800s, and turned out to be correct. But how awesome is that? And hopefully next time we can find the whole rifle. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Me and Jerry really gave it our best shot detecting that place for probably a good 4 hours, trying to find a hot pocket of coins or relics. We found a few bits and bobs here and there, but too much groundwork, at that permission between the excavation and the fact that it was like a swampy marsh. But we did do some door knocking. It turned out to be quite horrific. It was a little tough on that, but that's a story for another video. I got so much footage to crank out. I'm trying my best to keep the videos coming. It's the detecting season here in Northeast Tennessee. While everybody else is snowed in, this is the best time of the year for us to hunt down here before the humidity starts to kick in and the sun comes out and the Tennessee ice, as I call it, the clay, gets rock solid here in the summer. So this is the time I'm out digging. Got tons of footage on the way. Had an absolute killer hunt today that I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy to see, but I got probably a good 4 videos before that one. So anyway, everyone take care and happy treasure hunting. I'll see you soon. Bye.